Hello, hello everyone. Welcome back to Plum Figgy. This is Tammy. Excuse me. I have a frog in my throat. Okay, so, and that brings me back to such good memories of being in a music major. Oh, silly college things. Okay, so, when we always said one of our older professors in our freshman year, we made up a little song about her, and it was about having a frog in her throat. And so that's all I'll say. Okay, it wasn't sexual. It was just, stupid kids being stupid kids. She was old. So, and she said it funny. Okay. Wow. What a tangent. Hi. Welcome back to Plum Figgy. So we're going to do some collaging today. Wow. Embarrassment. And I don't know why I'm embarrassed. There's no reason to be about that. Okay, so looking back through the collages that I've done so far this year, some pretty great ones in here. I've kind of been realizing my color scheme this year seems to be a lot brighter, more springy. And as I say that, I get to a few pages that aren't as bright, but I don't know. It's kind of interesting what I'm choosing, especially this one, for sure. It's a few weeks ago, some pretty food, and then last week's with our mixed media, poems and birds and things. Made a little pocket. Okay, so for week 14, here's our prompts. We've got a ribbon, a plant, a person in whichever form, splashes or splotches, sheet music, and then bonus is a piece of sewing pattern. So I think this one's going to be a fun one, you guys. Okay, so I've got some really cool things. For ribbon, I wasn't quite sure which color to go with, but I've got two, I didn't mean for this, but they're both velvety ribbons. So we've got an aqua, and then this one's kind of like a crushed baby pink velvet ribbon. So we've got two different color choices to go from. For our plant, again, we've got two options. We've got this and we've got that. I love them both for different reasons. May not use them both. A person in whichever form. I've got myself a little ballerina here. I didn't even know I had her, but she was in my ephemera that I had purchased from... Yeah, I don't ever really do this, but I had a wild hair one day and I thought, ooh, I'm going to buy one of those ephemera kits from eBay. I think I bought a couple of them, and they make it look old, but it's not really that old. Anyway, this was part of that. I mean, it was kind of like some of the stuff was good and then some of it really was just not good. But yeah, that's actually where all three of these came from. Okay, splashes or splotches, we'll come to that. Sheet music, easy. I just tea-dyed this sheet music this last week. And then bonus, a piece of sewing pattern, also very easy. So got plenty of sewing pattern here, probably pulled out way more than I need. And then as I was looking through to find... see, this is the top, a person through that ephemera that I bought. This was also in there. It looks like it's just some cheap 6x6 from a little paper pad. I thought it would kind of be cool to put her on that and make that kind of a background for her. So we've got a lot of things to play with here. I've been kind of thinking through this in my mind and how I might want to go about dealing with all these little bits and pieces. The first way I thought was, well, I could put the sewing pattern down on my, background paper and make it my background and probably crinkle it up a little bit here and there. actually. Why don't I go ahead and I'm going to start kind of ripping this into pieces, and then that'll be easier to work with. Like I said, I don't know if I'm going to need all of that, but maybe I'll use just this bit and or some of this bit. So there's that. And then I thought, well, I also could use this as my background, which would be fine. I don't know that I would want it to be the entire background. I'm thinking I want just bits and pieces of this. Get rid of that torn edge there. So there's all that. And then I was just kind of thinking, okay, but then how am I going to make it all come together with my very different flowers? And yeah, so, okay. I think, well, the other thing I was just occurred to me was I could potentially take my sewing pattern and put it over my music and then have that be the background. That could be kind of cool. And do some paper splotches that way, and then that way you could have hints of the music coming through, but then the lined part of the sewing pattern is really neat too. Well, okay, so what do I think about all this? This is a sticker, by the way, which is really interesting. No idea where they got this from or where it came from, but I sure do like it. Okay, so we've got to come up with some kind of background. I thought too, since there's a gap here, maybe I could fill in that gap with my sewing pattern. I wonder how bad that would be if I did that to my book. Probably not terrible. Then the other thing I was thinking was maybe I should do some testing with some brown paper bag and my splotches that I was thinking I would want to do. So that's the other thing. I've got my distress stains and inks and things over here. I don't really know what color I want to do for my splotches. I could go vintagey. Oh, this could be cool. I've got distress paint in tarnished brass. That could be cool. I could do, this is hickory smoke. I could do light pink or darker coral pink. This is more of a green, which I don't think I really want. And then this would be definitely green, which I don't think I really want. Or I could go, no, I don't want that brush corduroy. Walnut stain could be good. Ground espresso could be good. So maybe what I should do is experiment a little bit first. Let me get some of this pattern paper and just gonna glue that down. Oh, it was so cold earlier and now this sweater is just getting on my nerves. Okay, so let's just play around and see what this kind of looks like. Just kind of do some wrinkles. You know, if I like the background and how this looks, I could just take this and glue this to my page. Which, is that cheating? I'm not sure. Maybe not. Okay, So this is a little sticky now. And just smooth that all down. Okay. So I'm going to do what Barbara at 49, I'm taking my sweater off, I'm dying of heat now. What Barbara at 49 Dragonflies likes to do for my paint splotches. I could do splashes. Splashes would be kind of cool too. But what she does with her ink things that are like this, puts this like that. Okay, so that's pretty cool. Let's see what this color looks like. I honestly don't know what this color would. Yeah, it's kind of what I figured. You don't really see this at all on this brown paper. And this one looks like blood. So we don't want to do that. All right, well, those two are out of the running. I also have some alcohol ink that I've never used. Don't know that I really want to use those. I also have gold mica ink, which could be really cool. I feel like I'm gonna make a big old mess here. Let me move my water. Okay. Let's find an old paintbrush. Yeah, I haven't shook this up in a long time. I'm gonna get a few more pieces of paper here. We're just gonna protect our surface a little bit better. Okay. So, I feel like I need some water. Where did my paintbrush go? Yeah. So this is pretty. It's really, really pretty. That needs to go into the trash. It's falling apart. Alright, let me get a bigger brush. These are just cheap Crayola brushes. I'm getting it everywhere. Okay. Well, I like that the best of them all, to be honest. Maybe we'll do that at the end. What does this say again? Splashes or splotches? You know, I did really like the what's that technique that we did last week where I put it onto my inking block and then added water and then smushed it. I like the smush technique, which could be a splash or a splosh. Maybe more of a splash. Splotch. For those of you who don't have English as your first language, I'm sorry for you if you're doing this challenge. You're probably like, what in the heck is a splotch? Okay. Well, let's see. I'm curious. I've got this tarnished brass. I kind of want to see what this might look. Make sure I get the lid back on. And of course I didn't grab any water to clean my brush off with, but that'll be okay. Okay. I don't know how much I need to shake this. I haven't used it in like forever. Ooh, the lid is on there. Okay. Just need a tiny bit. This one is paint. It's distress paint, so it'd be easier to. Well, that's why. It's drying up on me. I need to use this paint. Okay. Let's add some water to that and see what that might look like. Might do a combination of the two. Okay. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm going to do my dipping onto here and see what that looks like. Well, I don't love the color. It's not my favorite color. So we won't do that one. Let's see what this one is. Antique bronze. I don't think it's going to be any better. I need something a little darker. Oh, brushed pewter. That could be interesting. Move that over to the other side here. Should we do a silver and gold thing? This one sounds like it'll come out a little bit better. Hopefully. Maybe. Have I even used this before? No. Well, there you have it. Okay. Tiny bit. We'll add some water to that. That's different. I'm just making a mess now at this point. Okay. Well, so here's why I thought maybe that might be interesting. It's because we have kind of a silver thing happening over here. And I thought maybe those two could tie in with each other a little bit better that way. I like the brown idea, but that one's just too dark. And then the splashes or splotches. So we could do splotches of silver and splashes of gold at the end, which I think could be really cool. So now that I've completely made a complete mess of this, I think I have an idea of where I want to take this. But I still don't quite know what color of brown I want to do for... okay, so we need this one and that one, and I'm putting walnut stain back. Okay, so this is Vintage Photo. Distress Oxide could be interesting. Walnut Stain. It's orange. Okay, I'm going to mix these two up and we'll see. I think I have a few spots left that I can play with. And see what these two look like. You know what? I just had another thought. Instead of going brown, what I should do is go gray, because that would better match with this. Actually, even black, potentially. And this is just black ink of some kind that I tend to use for splashes and splotches. So let's just take a look and see what this might look like. It just looks like brown. So that's not quite what I want. Now, I haven't used this in a while. Oh. I forgot that this has like a little eyedropper thing. Okay. So we could go like this and make our splotches. Boy, we're gonna have a really weird thing going on here. Okay, so I definitely like this better. So what I think I'll do is that combination, and then we can work on it from there. So I'm going to dry this, get myself some more water in my sprayer, go clean my brush, and I'll be back. Alrighty, so I've got, I think, my surface sort of protected. I might need some more. Let's see. I might need some more just on the top and bottom too. Yeah, this is kind of a crazy little book. To protect in the in-between here and here. Okay. Okay, so now I'm trying to think, how do I want to deal with this music? Well, what I could obviously do is turn it into my background, or a part of my background, along with the pattern paper. So I don't know how crazy I want to get with this, but I just want to create texture basically. What I should probably do is put clear gesso over the top of this before I start. Well, I'll come to that when I get to it. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna start gluing and placing. We'll see what happens. At this point, I'm feeling a little bit like, what in the heck should I do next? The glue is still kind of wet, so I don't want to, I'm just gonna remove the straight edges from this. So I don't really want to mess with that too much. I'll let that dry for a minute. And then I'm thinking this will go up here. So okay, so let's just pretend like we're gonna put that there for now, and then she'll kind of sit kind of like that. Now I still am not quite sure how I want to deal with these flowers. If I want both of them on here or not. I do really love this color in combination with her. So what I think I could do is divide this in half and just kind of incorporate it into the collage. But I want to make sure and do the background color first before I have it all be said and done. It's like it's coming down on top of her, which I don't really like. Okay. She's obviously needing to be the center of attention. What if we put that there? Don't really like that either. And I need to add some more music up here. It's upside down. Okay. Gonna hide all that really cool stuff that's happening there though, but I kind of do like that. Okay, so let me put that down. And then I could take some of this, and of course it doesn't like to rip, and just kind of cover that. This might be a hot mess when it's all said and done, but hey, it'll be a creative hot mess. Okay. And I'll bunch that up kind of the way it was before. All right, now see if this will rip a little bit better Okay, so I need to cover this little spot in here. Okay. Well, so I put this there for a reason. It says center front. And I thought, well, that kind of ties in with the ballet, right? Except for now I'm going to totally cover it up. Okay, so let me change directions. Maybe I think over here for her would be better. And then this could be over here. I feel like I need something else. It's like this isn't enough of a focal point for some reason for me. Maybe I need to extend this more over into the other side. And the reason why I haven't put any ink down yet is because I'm trying to decide if I want these flowers to sit on top of it or be part of the ink, which I think I want them to be part of the ink. Okay, so if we did something like this. I don't know what I'm doing anymore, you guys. Okay. So if this is mostly on this side, well, she can't be in the middle, so don't really want that to be. She's too big. Okay. I still have no idea how the let me abandon that. Maybe that's better. Immediately I immediately feel better now. Okay, so what was I just saying? We need like a sentiment or something. Something else that, or like a little poem about a ballerina or something. To go here. Is that where our ribbon comes in? We could do this kind, or like for some reason I'm thinking I like this one because it ties in with her dress. Doesn't go very well with that though. Okay, so I think I've kind of come up with a solution. I will save my pretty pink and aqua flowers for something else. I'm gonna go with this wisteria, whatever this is called. It's not wisteria. I have some in my yard. What are they called? Okay, so let's do some black ink with water. I have to remember a little bit goes a long way, so. Maybe I'll just do one drop at a time. can really dilute that. Yep, I totally should have put gesso down first. But hey, you live, you learn. Okay, so we've got a problem here. Alrighty, now let's do another little drop down here. Go the other direction. Okay. Well, this side's going to be darker. Okay, don't want it to be quite that dark, so we'll just get rid of some, and I will dry this and be back. Okay, so I just had an idea. Why don't we just make this our little focal piece for down here? So maybe I'll take what I've got left of my pattern paper and we'll just kind of do the same thing. This is still a little bit damp over here, which is why I'm not really, hopefully you can still see or read it. But okay, so this goes. Like crash and burn. Alright, well, I think you can still mostly read it, so I'm going to just take a little bit of this black, and we'll do a tiny little dot and do the same thing here. All the white gone. Okay. Can't touch anything. All right. So I'll dry this and be right back. All right. So I've got myself a total mess over here. But I think it'll end up okay. All right, so basically, this is now going to blend right into our background. So I'm going to, I think, just stick this right down. And the next bit of our collaging will incorporate it into the background. But hopefully we will still be able to see what it says well enough to know what the assignment was for this week. Okay, so there's that. Now I want to do some silver splotches, and for that I guess I'll get this out and do that like I did the last week. Let's put that down on here. Okay. Just need a tiny, tiny bit. Where'd my page go? Here we go. Or do I? Maybe I'll just do this. Ooh, I like this. Okay. Let's just do this. Get ourselves some hints of silver here. Definitely like this method better. Okay, so we've got, I think I want just a little bit more, because it's like it's there but not really there. This is going to get covered up anyway with that flower, so it doesn't really matter if you can see up there very well. There we go. Yep, that's more like it. Okay. All right, so I'm going to dry all of this and be right back. All right, we've got ourselves some silvery splotches. Okay, so now let me put this back together the way I kind of had it. I liked where this was going with her as the focal point over here, and then this coming down from the side over there. Still feels like there's like an empty void down here. I might need to come up with some kind of sentiment or something, but let me go ahead and just glue this all down. This is still a little bit damp, so I'm hoping my glue will work for me. Okay. like we need a sentiment that says something like dance like no one's watching or something like that, or something. I don't know. Okay. Now, how do I get this off? Well, I like that she looks like she's trying to reach out and touch the flower. That's kind of cool. And I like that they're definitely brightening up the entire thing. I was getting a little bit dark with all my background kind of happening. So, let me see if I can find a sentiment or something, and I'll be back. Alright, so I just got these Tim Holtz stickers. And I like this one. It says choose to shine. I think I want to see what that'll look like down here. I think that might be kind of perfect. Yeah. Yep, I'm going to go ahead and put that there. And then we'll do our gold splatters and I think be done. That just kind of fills in that little weird gap down there. Okay, gold splatters. Need to protect her face. So we'll just put that there, and then try and protect most of this. Okay. I know you can't really see what I'm doing, but just mixing up my paint with some water. Let me add a little bit more paint. Just a little bit of water to get it to move a little bit more. So you can see what I've got going on here. And how shall I do this? Let's see. It's going everywhere. I can feel. Okay, well, completely all over my desk, but that's all right. Let's see, I don't want to waste this paint. Find something to... pain in my finger. Okay, get rid of this and that. Clean that up just a little bit. I think I got a little bit more here than I intended, but that's okay. She is definitely choosing to shine in all of her glittery glory. Alright, let me get rid of these so that you can see what it really looks like without all the extra stuff. And there we have it, folks. I think we've got ourselves a collage for today. So, yeah, fun. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye.